So an old guy, let's call him Ed, was going for his checkup with the doctor, an annual physical. The doctor asked him how he's doing in life. He said, well, everything seems to be going really well. The only problem is I'm getting up quite often during the night, as happens at my age. But I have to tell you, something incredible happens when I get up at night. I go in the bathroom and something beyond me turns on the light when I go in there. And then when I finish, the light goes out, just as miraculously. It happens every single time I get up through the night. The doctor listens to this and thinks that's strange. Later on that day, he calls Ed's wife. He says, I saw Ed this morning. Ed seems to be doing really well. I've given him a clean bill of health. But he told something that has troubled me a little bit. He said that some power beyond him gets up and turns the light on and off when he goes into the bathroom. And Ed's wife said, that blind old fool, he's peeing in the refrigerator again. Some of you can relate to that. There are a few people mouthing to me out there. That's not a joke. What I want to do this morning is to shed some light on the topic of vision. And whether that's personal vision, what it is that you want for your life, or whether it's a community vision, maybe a national vision, a political party's vision, or even a corporate, global vision, I want us to get excited this morning. Last week, I spoke about doubt. Today, I'm speaking about clarity. Because in the end, vision is about clarity. So to begin with, I want to do a little visual exercise with you. I need a volunteer, probably someone who's sitting fairly close to the front. I've got one of these eye charts here with me. Gary, can you read the top letter there? Can you read the second line? Yeah. Nice. And the third line? Can you keep going? Yep. That's as far as you can get. Anyone behind Gary read the bottom line there? Anyone over in the promised land here? Can you catch that down the back? That's not the word. We don't say that word here. Anyone over this side? Catch the last line. I see some young eyes down the back there. You've got to be able to read that, the bottom line there. Page 1. Nice. So what do you do when you're having an eye examination and you can't read it? You just guess. What do you do before you guess? What do you do when you get to those lines that are getting a bit harder? You squint. You squint to try and catch the smaller words. And then if you really can't see them at all, you just straight out guess. All right, most of us have been to an eye examination at some point. Let me read to you what this says. A great thought begins by seeing something differently with a shift of the mind's eye. Well done, Gary, by the way. You got almost the whole way down there. With a shift of the mind's eye. Now let's do a different exercise now that involves examining our mind's eye. Put this down. And if you feel comfortable to close your eyes, and we'll do a small exercise together. I want to ask you to imagine your life in 1 year's time. A bit like the top line on an eye chart. Your life in 1 year's time. Maybe that's easy to see. Then come down to a slightly smaller second line. Imagine your life in 5 years' time. What do you want it to look like? What do you imagine for your life in 5 years' time? And if you need to squint to see it, then do that. Now come down to the smaller print again and imagine in your mind's eye what you hope for the planet in 100 years' time. If that's hard to see, then try squinting. If squinting still doesn't catch it for you, try softening your gaze. What do you see? You see, there are many different types of vision. Physical sight is one of them, but the far more profound vision is the sight of our inner eye, our mind's eye. Some people call it the third eye. It's our ability to imagine the future, get excited by the future, whether it's our own future or the future for a whole group of people. The incredible thing about the exercise that you've just participated in is that the deeper you go into it, the closer you come to a vision of yourself as you are. And when you see yourself as you are, all the future plans fall into place easily.